A Fernandina Beach man is sentenced to 20 years in prison for sexually assaulting children. 61-year-old Bertram Way took a plea deal that kept him from a potential life sentence. It's been just over a year since we told you about his arrest. News4JAX reporter Eric Avanier is joining us to explain how text messages ultimately led to this judgment day in court. Eric.
Yeah, Kent, last year, the parents of a 12-year-old girl discovered inappropriate text messages on the girl's phone from Way. They handed those messages over to police that, of course, launched an investigation. The investigation turned up a second victim and then eventually a third victim. All three victims told police they were sexually assaulted by Way. Wearing shackles and a jail-issued jumpsuit, 61-year-old Bertram Way, who according to multiple sources was a former youth pastor, walked into Judge James Daniels' courtroom ready to accept his punishment.
On 21 CF 390 count 1, 20 years in Florida State Prison with 403 days credit for time served. I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you consecutive to the sentence in case 21 CF 390 to 20 years of sex offender probation.
Prior to the sentencing, Way was facing 3 counts of sexual battery. One was a capital sex charge, which meant if he went to trial and were found guilty, he could be sentenced to life in prison. So he accepted a plea deal that allowed the charges to be reduced to custodial sexual battery. 3 of his victims were children. A parent of one of the victims, who we are not identifying, felt the punishment should have been harsher.
I was hoping for the life, but we would have to take it to trial. And, they want to put the victims back through all that again. So we all came up to that agreement.
In 2 of the cases, Way was considered a family friend who was known as a youth pastor, so he was trusted around children. But when the prosecutor read the victim impact statement written by 2 of the victims who are still minors, they both stated Way violated that trust.
I wish you never touched me. I wish I never trusted you. I wish I never met you. You made me feel as if I was trapped and couldn't speak out to my family in fear you would hurt them or even me. You know what you did to me was wrong. Why did you touch me in places I didn't want to be touched? What made you think you deserved 5 years? What made you think what you did to me was okay?
Once Way is released from prison and begins his 20 years of sex offender probation, he will not be able to live within 1,000 feet of a school. This means he legally could not reside in a home he owns because it's across the street from an elementary school. Way is banned from the internet until he finishes a sex offender program, and he will have to register as a sexual predator. And there's more restrictions. Now, Judge Daniels made it very clear to Way that if he did not adhere to the rules of that probation, he could be thrown into a facility for sex offenders and left there indefinitely. Coming up at 11, more on the rules of the probation Way will face once he is let out of prison. Eric Avanier, Channel 4, the local station.